What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the video. My name's John, and this is the Entrepreneur Empire. So today we are going to talk about our top tips for selling on eBay and Amazon. For a lot of entrepreneurs out there, this is a great way to get started in the into the realm of entrepreneurship. There's not a lot of startup. You can do a lot of dropship, not a lot of inventory that you have to worry about to start out. But so we're going to dive right into the video today. So I want to give you my top tips. So tip number one would be, what are you selling? Find out what you're selling. This could be an item you're making by hand, like a bracelet or a necklace or some type of jewelry or something like that. Or painting. So it can be something that you're making. It could be something that you're importing in bulk and then going to distribute. It can be stuff like arbitrage, where you're buying something from somebody else, like another store, like a department store or something like that, and then selling on eBay or Amazon. And believe it or not, I get a lot of questions about this all the time. About how can you do that? Is that legal? But yes, first of all, yes, it's legal. And number two, there are a lot of people that buy or prefer to buy from eBay and Amazon. So once you understand that, it gets easier to kind of figure out what you want to sell. But you just need to figure out if this is something you're making or something you're importing or something that you're just going to do like an arbitrage scenario. So that would be my first tip, is find out what you're selling. My second tip would be to start, right? So start now, because the longer you wait, the harder it is going to be to start. But also, time on the site helps you, right? So the longer your account is established, the better it is for your account. First of all, it looks better to prospective buyers that somebody's been on the site for a long time, because it kind of quells any negative thoughts about you being a scam, or they can't trust you and things like that. Because if you are a scammer on eBay or Amazon, they usually catch it fairly quickly, and you won't have a lot of time on the site. So start now. Even if it's one item, right? You might have one item that you got a really good deal on, maybe a spatula, for example, which was top item a while ago on eBay. You might get a spatula, and you might just be selling that. But you can always add more items later. So don't worry about like, oh, I don't have 10 or 15 or 20 items to start. Start with one. I started eBay with 2 items, okay, and I have a couple hundred now on there, and so just don't be afraid to start, because you don't have a lot of them. Just start, because if you start now, the sooner you start, the longer you'll be on the site, and so you want to get started now. Tip 3 would be to add new items weekly. Adding new items increases your visibility to other buyers on the sites. So you want to use that as a way you can do promotions, you can do discounts, bundle discounts, things like that. But it helps to have a nice variety of items after you get started. You can add items, and it helps get you in search results and things like that. So for instance, if you're making a black bracelet, let's say a beaded bracelet or something like that, you can make a red one, and now you have 2 items, because somebody might type in red bracelet, and then you won't come up. So add more items. It helps give you diversity in your product portfolio, and it helps increase your results when people are searching for items. Tip 4 would be, don't be afraid to copy listings. Amazon especially, people have already done a lot of the work in creating a listing. So if you're selling a product that's identical, you can just copy that listing. It's really simple. Or if you're on eBay and somebody has an item, let's say you're selling as an arbitrage item or something like that, maybe it's an as seen on TV product. A lot of people sell that on eBay. Don't be afraid to copy that listing. They're copying it from somewhere, probably, most likely. So don't be afraid to copy the listing. You can change your description and things like that if you want, but don't be afraid of it. I know when I first started, I was like afraid of copying somebody's listing, because I was like, oh, is somebody going to find out, somebody going to report me, things like that. But it's a common practice on eBay, Amazon, so don't be afraid to do that. Tip 5 is going to be, understand your margins, right? This is where your money comes in. You want to be able to understand when you get paid, how you get paid, what the fees are that you have to pay out. And this helps because you can price your items accordingly. I've made several mistakes starting out where I didn't account the eBay fee or Amazon fee when I'm making my price, and I sell the item and I'm very excited, and I sell the item for $20, and when I purchase the item and ship it out, it's costing me $25. So not only am I losing $5, I'm losing more than $5 because after they take their fees, I'm actually less in the hole. So you want to understand that. Now, sometimes it's okay to sell an item at a loss if you have a commoditized item. It just helps generate traffic to your store, and sometimes that's what you want. But overall, you want to understand your margin and how you get paid. You don't want to be losing money on this. That's not what we're here for. We're here to make money, create a side hustle, possibly create an additional income. Maybe it could be a full-time income down the line, but you're here to create money, so you have to understand how you're getting paid. And then my next tip 6, would be if I'm not looking at the cameras because I'm looking at notes because I don't want to forget anything. So my next tip would be use the tools that they give you. So Amazon especially has a tool called Top Movers and Shakers, or trending items. This is good to kind of look through, and what you can do there is you can kind of find some of the top items in each category, and then you can Google it, see where you can possibly get it from, and if it makes sense for you to start selling that item. This has been extremely helpful in starting out and building my Amazon business. So that would be my next tip, is to use the tools. And a lot of it could be daunting because when you get started, there's so many things. There's welcome emails and people calling you, and you're getting bombarded with all these different things. But use the tools, right? So that can be very, very helpful. And then my last tip would be, don't be intimidated. When I first started Amazon, eBay, I would say the biggest thing for me was I was so intimidated to get started that I had everything set up, and then I would just never go over the final hump and click confirm and start up the account. So don't be intimidated. I would say get started. The worst that happens is just you launch your store, you put your item up there, and no one buys it. It's not costing you anything, right? It's not costing you anything. So get started. I was so worried about, well, what happens if it sells? What do I do? Or how do I get paid? Or how am I gonna have the money to pay for the item or something like that? So get started. My next tip would be, as a bonus tip, would be for specifically for Amazon. Make sure you have the product ready to ship. Amazon is extremely big on hitting targets for delivery time. So make sure you have the item to ship. Don't go into Amazon trying to drop ship to start out. It's very metric based, and it'll screw your metrics up. And that's not what you want, because if your metrics get screwed up when you're just starting out, they hold a lot of weight, and it's going to put negative marks on your account, possibly cause them to deactivate your account, and then it's a problem to get it started back. So don't go into Amazon thinking you're going to drop ship. eBay's a little bit different. You have a little bit more leeway, but again, have the product ready to ship. And then I guess my final tip would be, if you're really serious about starting an eBay Amazon business, invest in the paid store subscriptions. eBay, I think, has one for like $9.95 a month, and Amazon, I think, has one for similar. But if you're serious about doing this, invest. It's minimal dollars, but what it does is it gets you a storefront. So when you're buying something on Amazon or eBay, people can be taken to your store. So when you have multiple products, they'll see the other products that you offer, but it gives you a foot forward in looking professional versus just some guy on eBay selling like a baseball card or something like that. So if you're serious about taking that step into entrepreneurship through like an e-commerce site or third-party site, I would say spend a few dollars a month because it really goes a long way. All right. That's it for this video. We'll wrap it up. This is one of the first topics I actually wanted to cover, but it took a little bit. Yes, this is the same day, but I do have my luscious purple vest on, and you know what? I like it. So that's it for the video. We're gonna stop it right here, but we'll see you tomorrow for the motivational quote of the day. and hit the subscribe button down below, the post notifications button if you're feeling generous, and we will catch you on the next one. Peace.